All right. Spirits from the highest. Spirits from the highest true light. Guide and protect this great message from any nefarious energy, any confusion, any interference, all for the better good of the message. All right. Let's see what we got going on this fine night. All right, so if you guys do want your own personal reading, you got to understand that it's going to be a donation of $35. We already have one divine being on the list. All right, we already have one divine person on the list. So if you want your own personal reading, it'll be a donation of $35. I have Chime. Well, we could do Cash App, PayPal, and Venmo. You know, I don't have Apple Pay. You feel me? So let's get started. This is a collective right now, but at 11, I will be doing my first personal reading. So I got one on that list. If you want your own personal reading, this is now the time. This time right now is the time for you to go ahead and set that up so you can be put on the list for after my first reading I already got. If you don't want a personal reading, you just want to listen to collective, that's okay as well. All right. Spirit, what do we got going on in this energy tonight? So, you know, there's a lot of things happening in the background. It doesn't really pertain to you, but it is pertaining to your life, different energies in your life. But what's going on with this golden collective is that you're about to embark. You're about to receive an opportunity. You're about to be granted access. You're about to. There's so much going on for you golden folks, because you got to know, if you wasn't rewarded, you got to understand, if you wasn't rewarded for your good deeds, for your hard work or whatever, what would life be? You feel me? What would life be? If you ain't get your just due, what would life be? It would be nothing. It would be nothing. You feel me? So you're getting your just due. All right. This is the season of you getting what's for you. OK. Spirit gave you what a detail. I was going to wait till 11, but, you know, let me know. I'm doing collective right now, though. You getting your just due. You're getting your experiences that you've been waiting for. But Spirit is also telling me to tell you something right now. You don't have to wait. Like, we don't have to wait to get something. Okay, that's actually the trick. You feel me? You don't need to wait. All right. You have to understand, whatever lifestyle, whatever type of environment or vibe you're chasing, or you know what you're doing. All right, no problem, detail. Whatever that you're doing, you need to understand that you can make your dream reality come true instantly. All right. There's been times, you guys, where I just been living my own life. I mean, this don't happen a lot, you know. This don't happen a lot, but it has happened before. It's actually only happened one time. It's happened a couple times. Okay, it's happened a couple times, but very seldom does this happen. But it does happen where I just come to a realization at that specific moment that I am content with everything. You feel me? That I am actually proud of myself. You see what I'm saying? That I'm proud of how I maneuvered everything, especially in this. Y'all got to understand, especially in this last chapter. This is why I tell you guys that if you're here right now living, I tell this to everybody, even karmics when they listen or whatever. If you're here right now living, you're having a purpose. Now, when you start to remove the mirror and the mask behind some of these energies, and you seeing that was just a mask, man, you got to understand that mask was from God. Come on. Yeah, I don't think y'all hear me. That mask was from God to make you feel good. All right. So you move by the mask, get the truth. That's the truth of what it is. But who is going to take their mask off? I think I've been one of the only people that I could really, like, you know, just take a mask off. But I don't like doing that. Because what's going to be under that? After I take that mask off, you feel me? You haven't even had to deal with that. You ain't even had to deal with yourself without a mask. So I know I'm able to, but I don't do it too. I don't do it unless I need to. You know what I'm saying? But so be grateful for everything. Be content with everything. But like I say, everybody who here, even if you be having a mask on, you need to understand why do you have a mask on, and then go talk to that person that's under the mask. Go communicate with that person that's under the mask, and be with that person. Start listening to that person, what it needs. Start connecting that to that person. All right. That's your goal and why you here right now. Because what you was doing by having that mask, you were just appearing normal for God's people. But knowing you screaming on the inside, screaming for help on the inside. So why don't you go help that person on the inside and go be with God's people as well? All right. So that's why I say, if you here in this time, you have a mission. Even if your mission is like, I didn't seen it, man. I didn't seen, like, bro, some of the people I'm around, that mask they had on, it's hard. Like, it's hard for them to have it on, but they respect me so much that they put that bitch on. See what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So I'm picking up some of that energy. Like, that's some dark energy, you feel me? Because it's like, what is under that mask? You feel me? Like, let's take the mask off. But because it was so dark energy, what did I do? I gave a remedy. I gave a remedy of it to the light. Even myself, sometimes I see that my face was tensed in a specific place, for a period of time. Then I relax, and I'm like, damn, that's a mask. That's a mask. I had a little mask on. You feel me? Be yourself. Be true. All right. And if it's hard for you to do that, you gotta go help yourself. You gotta talk to yourself, man. You gotta have some care about you. You gotta understand, when you care about yourself, yeah, it's natural. People gonna care about you. But that's the thing. You focus on other people. No, focus on you. All right, focus on you. Folks gonna see you. They gonna have to, because you look at yourself. All right. So yeah, everything else though, like what I'm saying is, y'all about to be presented with presentations. People's gonna be presenting things to you to see, like, if you like it, if you want to work with this, or you're going to have relationships that you're going to come in. I'm picking up on people like really like working together, like masterminding together and becoming great and grand. For the Golden Collective who I speak to, you guys are not no slouches, man. I've been seeing you guys are not no slouches, all right? And for the men, if you're a conscious man, start putting some respect on your name, bro. You feel me? Like, come on now. Like, you guys got to understand who you is. You're able to make decisions. You're able to move and not look back, okay? That's what a leader is. Don't get brainwashed and think some woman is about to come save you. She's supposed to save your soul. You're supposed to save her body. You see what I'm saying? Think about that, man. So when you're supposed to save her body, what does that mean? You're supposed to save the physical. That means you're supposed to do work to make change in this physical, while she's supposed to be there with you, making sure everything is good in the spirit. All right. Okay. So y'all understand that, man, there's not one without the other. There's not one without the other. I hate seeing that, because it really does something to me, knowing who I am. And then I got people out here, because y'all looking at it as feminine and this and that. I'm looking at it as people. I'm looking at it as energy. You got energies out here trying to cut out the true. There's divine sex and power. You got people out here trying to cut out a whole side. You see what I'm saying? And just disregard. You got to understand, why are these certain energies doing that? Because why? You got to think, why would a certain energy do that, man? Obviously, because they are threatened. You should never be threatened by your counterpart. You should never want to count your counterpart out either. All right. So yeah, I understand. It's both. Both makes one. Two makes one. Two makes three. Three makes one. Okay. It ain't no one, this, and one and one. No, that's not what it is. Two makes one. One equals one. You feel me? Oh God, I'm giving y'all some codes right now. But like, I really get aggravated seeing that. Like, because y'all gotta like, let's really be conscious, man. Let's be conscious. Like, let's look at the facts of this physical where we're at. Okay. One group, okay, one group of people, let's be real, especially goddesses. Okay, let's be real. Trying to lead the world and change the world without any male, masculine, divine masculine structure. Y'all gotta understand what's that gonna look like. It's gonna look like baddies. It's gonna look like Zeus Network. Okay. Now, there's nothing wrong with a good group of women who was together and this or that. But you guys trying to bring structure and flow. Y'all got to understand what divine time we are in. We are in a time where we have basically merged two things, okay? So we cannot just have one without the other because two things have become merged, okay? You see what I'm saying? So that's the only thing that's going to complete. That's the only thing that's going to grow. Everything else, I promise you, that's not what it is. All right. Now, another thing I've noticed to my Golden Collective, I want to put you guys on. I want to let you guys know something. Don't ever feel like you're being counted out. Don't ever feel like you're being counted out. Okay. Okay, let me put it like this. You don't have to go try to fight for a spot. All right. You ain't gotta try to fight for, no, you fighting for a spot for my Golden Collective is you knowing who you is. When you know who you are, that's you fighting for your spot. When you're living in your purpose, when you doing what you're supposed to do, when you not holding yourself back, okay? When you're not holding yourself back anything, that's you. Yeah, your spot is already yours. Let me put it like that. Thank you. Your spot is already yours. That's why I foot blind in the hood. You see what I'm saying? You feel me? Your spot is already yours. So understand that you don't need to try to like make it. That's where we get this competition sense. That's where we get this sense of competition. And that's not going to lead to nothing. All right. We need to have a sense of togetherness. We need to have a sense of wholeness. Hey, this is what I needed to hear at this moment. Man, thank you, L. Rob Otieno. Yeah, because, man, look, yeah, bro, a lot of people trying to make, you feel me? Some of y'all feel irrelevant out here. And you're not irrelevant. Like I said, man, you conscious. You got a good head on your shoulder. You got morals. We need you in this time. But most of all, you need yourself, okay? Keep doing what you're doing. But like I said, man, don't ever feel like you're being left behind or anything. When you get on your purpose, you're not holding yourself back. You do what you're supposed to do. You good. All right, let's get some cards for this collective. And before I get my boy DT up here to get his reading, you feel me? But yeah, that's the message, man. That was a good message. I love giving out these messages because it's a big, y'all got to understand, bro. Y'all about to get, you feel me? But y'all about to get bulldozed if y'all let this shit happen. You going to get bulldozed by these women. You feel me? I'm telling you what's going on. Y'all got to understand. Y'all gonna get bulldozed by these women who calling themselves goddesses. You feel me? I'm trying to let you know. What a realization I came is that, you could be on social media, you could see somebody that look good, you like, damn, I want this girl. But then you look back at yourself and say, am I set up for this? Was she even? No, probably not, because she's looking for materialistic things. Okay. So what I told myself is, let me stop worrying about all these different beautiful women out here, like I made a video, man. It's if you fine and you a woman, you supposed to be mine. If you not, that's a problem. You see what I'm saying? That's how men think. Well, that's how real niggas think. You feel me? And so I said, hold on, hey, thank you for that, L. Raw. Let me not worry about this aspect of life right now, because you can get caught up in it and you can find a girl, you get with that girl. Whole time you losing your purpose. You losing what you got to be doing. I said, let me just get on my purpose, do what I'm supposed to be doing, get what I need to get myself set up, and then I can find the right one. Then I can choose. You see what I'm saying? Then I can choose because I'm already set up. You see what I'm saying? It's either going to be that way, or it's going to be one, you guys are going to have somebody who comes along on the way. That's true. Just don't mess it up, cool. What I mean by that, somebody comes along on the way that sees what you're doing, wants to help you and wants to build with you. You gotta understand, most great relationships they was with each other in high. You see Stephen Curry and his girl, they were with each other in high school. You see what I'm saying? I'm giving that example because Aisha Curry is not a gold digger. You feel me? Aisha Curry wasn't doing that just for the this and that. So great relationship, they start off young. They start off before the rise. That's what a lot of you women that's in the mainstream matrix. I'm not talking about if you're a goddess or whatever. I seen I seen one of these brothers out here who trying to be me. He got himself two goddesses, right? And one of them, the one that be getting popular for talking about polygamy. Baby, look, you with the wrong one. You know what I'm saying? I'm just playing, but that's what's real is that's good to see. I'm glad to see that. You know, if he could do it, and he trying to be me, you see what I'm saying? So, but that's not how you look at that. I'm proud of all of them. I'm proud of what they got going on and everything. You feel me? Salute to that. You see what I'm saying? But yeah. If it's not gonna be, hey, look, I'm gonna work with you or whatever. You don't need it. You don't need it. Let that shit fall at the wayside, bro. Y'all need to understand. Let that shit fall. You got that much power. Why you think girls on social media showing everything? Cause you getting back in your power, man. You saying, hold on, I'm good on that. You saying I don't even need to watch this. I don't even need to jack off. I don't even need to watch this. I'm good. I'm good. You're seeing a beautiful woman. Yeah, I'm talking about you seeing a beautiful woman walking down the street in your city. You see what I'm saying? I'm talking about ass and all, in a dress, everything, carrying groceries. You in a car, she walking. That's the perfect setup. Oh, baby, you need a ride. You need a ride. But now you having enough restraint to see, like, you know, that's cool. Let her do what she doing. That's her life. You feel me? I'm living my life. You see what I'm saying? Y'all see where shit start to go like off is when you going from your lane and looking over into something else lane. I don't care if it is a big booty girl. You know, I don't care if it is, you know, somebody who got some dump in the trunk. I don't care if that bitch is jiggling and moving, like, you feel me? I don't care about that. See what I'm saying? Because I gotta stay on my lane to get what I need done. Feel me? And that's the same for this collective. Man, so I'm proud of y'all. Like I said, I don't want y'all getting steamrolled over, because man, these girls something different, boy. They don't want to face no repercussion. They don't want to face no consequence. They don't want to see any flaw within themselves until you see it. Then they want to all of a sudden, you feel me? Then they want to fit. No, leave that there. The one for you gonna see you in what you're doing, not you and your money. This is one girl, you know, she's beautiful. Like, she's beautiful. You feel me? Like the type any man would like. That you know, we talk, you know, we claim we're gonna be together, but she gets me at this. I gotta provide everything. And you know, I come from a traditional household where, yeah, I provide everything, but she get me with that because she don't budge nothing. All right. And we both living right now, but you gotta wait to come be with me until I can buy you a big house. Man, you feel me? I almost called you out your name because what I look like. What I look like. If we so-called like each other right now, but in order for you to come be with me, you gotta have a big house. What I look like. Not you, Miss Kitty. You know what I'm saying? Thought you were going back to the trees. I am going back to the trees. You feel me? I am going back to the trees. So that's what I was telling her. I said, like, look, you feel me? And if she not seeing it, I'm picking this up right now. She not seeing it. So it's like, it's obvious to me that I'm going to have to let her go. Because it's not realistic for me to just hit out of nowhere, get you a big house. And so now we can be together. Girl, you out your mind. It's a better looking girl that's going to work with me and what I got going on and work and build up with me rather than what you got going on. And she looking good. She looking better. Feel me? So in a rational mind, what am I going to pick? Okay. So this is what I'm telling you guys, woman or man, focus on what you love to do. And whoever sees that vision and sees your plan and your path, they going to come along right there with you. That's what y'all don't understand. You don't need to go chase nobody else. All you need to do is chase what you love to do and share it. Share it to the world. Share it to the world. What's going to come out the world? Whatever's feeling what you putting out. Okay? It's the law of physics, man. And you know, we spiritual, but this gets scientific and logical. You see what I'm saying? So let's move that way out, and let's not get caught up in these matrix traps, these little heart traps and shit, and brain traps to get you in a negative space, to get you judging, to get you feeling like you're inadequate. No, just move past these things, move past these people. And keep doing what you like to do. You happy. You're naturally happy. If I wasn't on this phone right now and I didn't have nothing, the light I'm good in the dark. You feel me? I'm good in the dark with just me. I'm good. I'm talking about memories, visions, all type of shit. You see what I'm saying? Just when I tap back into me. I'm talking about you get the benefits of life when you stop giving your shit away. All right. I think that was a collective. Hey, DT, you still in here? You still in here, DT? I ain't really got to pull now. I'll pull a couple cards for that, but that was the collective message. All right. That was literally collective. Yeah. Because everything else, yeah, is the devil. Everything other than what I just said is trying to get you, trying to trap you, trying to get you caught up in your feelings, trying to get you negative. Everything I just said, opposite of what I was saying. That's what it is. You feel me? Yeah, I gotta understand. That's what it is. Yes, fake deception. We done seen it so many times. They acting like they for you. They acting like they believe in the same thing that you believe in. Whole time they don't. Whole time they just clocking you. You feel me? Whole time let's clarify this devil card. You feel me? Oh yeah, the devil trying to get the Queen of Cups. Yeah, this Queen of Cups been beating this devil ass. It's been the Queen of Cups. It hadn't been the Empress. It hadn't been the Queen of, it's been this Queen of Cups. Because the Queen of Cups is still choosing love. She's still choosing love and to be herself and to give it out. Compassion, comfort, she's still nurturing and healing people. And she's emotionally stable. What does the devil attack? People who are not emotionally stable. Feel me? So this Queen of Cups been putting in that fucking work. Man, shout out to you. And for anybody out there, that's just the feminine energy of the Queen of Cups. You see what I'm saying? But shout out you who's been. For anybody's out there, if you've been compassionate, if you've been comforting, even when like it was hard. Like for me, I had to hang out with people who I knew talk shit. I had to hang out with people who I knew stole from me. I had to hang out with people who I knew been lying for me about deep ass shit. But I was still compassionate. I was still comforting. I was still calm. You see what I'm saying? So you beating the fuck out this shit. You see what I'm saying? Self-love. Oh man. Yeah, stay true. Know where if you need to go within, some of y'all, if you need to go within, if you need to who fake? What you talking about? If you need to go within, okay, do that. Okay. Don't ever be afraid to go ahead and go within. But really, you could pop out. You could be ambitious in this time. You can really do whatever. I started to like embrace my flaws as well too, because I had got a message. Like, I think y'all need to hear this as well. I got a message that said, man, your flaws is sexy. Your flaws is powerful. Your flaws is beautiful. When I got that message, I started to kind of embrace my flaws. I started to embrace them, and I started to feel that. You feel me? I started to actually like feel my flaws being not a flaw. I started to feel my insecurity secure. See what I'm saying? Yeah. All right. Some of you guys are shining right now. Being paraded, being shown. It's a lot of haters out there. That's what I just picked. It's a lot of haters watching you. And anything they're sending, you don't feel it. They seeing you being celebrated. You know, I just picked up on that. Don't judge yourself. Yeah, that's the worst. I mean, we say that blind in the hood, but we say that. You didn't judge yourself. You came on live and you fixed yourself. You healed yourself. I mean, I had blind on the. I was high as fuck this night. I had blind on the hood in the hood on my live, and you know she was looking alright. I ain't gonna lie, but I turned my head and I looked back. She was looking like a supermodel. I said, whoa, whoa. What was going on is I was having a battle in my head. All right. I was doing some things, transmute some negative energy that I was dealing with. And I came back positive. When I came back positive, I was in a whole different reality. And blind in the hood looking like a supermodel, which she always does. You feel me? All right. All right, DT, you ready? We're going to tap in. That was a great collective. Yeah, that collective message was, man, the collective message was, don't be feeding into that bullshit, man. It's gonna be things that try you and this or that, but not too much. I mean, not really too much. People don't really try you no more because it's like you had to go in that field, you know, and that's not a field for you to be in. So it's even more like, all right, let's not try this person because, all right. Let's not even try this person because if this person turned negative from our doing, we're going to be in big ass trouble. That's what these people, they say if this person get mad from what we got going on, we're going to be in trouble. Okay. So a lot of people ain't really trying you too much, but you got to understand this is going to happen. Especially on social media and shit like that, especially when you stepping into your power, like when you step into what you got going on, when you step into who you really is, you're gonna have all type of people come up and saying this and saying that, you feel me? Whole time they weren't even speaking, just then, you feel me? It was nowhere to be seen. All right, DT, you ready? Let's tap in. All right, ancestor spirit guides of the highest greatness. You feel me? They say the highest white light. What the fuck does that mean? Why can't it come from a dark light? Why can't it come from the highest greatness, from the highest realness? All right? We're going to get this message clear and concise for DT. I asked DT ancestors, come talk to my ancestors. My ancestors going to give me the drop. Let us know what's going on for my brother. All right, what just jumped out the card is you are being celebrated as well, DT. DT, this is one of my favorite cards, bro. Especially like when I'm doing my stuff and when I'm doing reading, they're one of my favorite cards because I always felt that energy too. You feel me? As I'm doing what I'm doing, I always felt that energy. So, but I'm glad this came out for you is because I've seen this energy through you as well. All right. This is the energy of I can't text back right now. This the energy of, you feel me? You can reach me when you reach me. This the energy of I'm doing my shit and you just gotta sit back and watch and see me. And what? You wanna go against that? Well, you're going against yourself. That's what this energy is. You go against me, you're going against yourself. That's a great energy to be in. This is the energy of people around you, right? There's people all over there, but they can't touch you. You in the red coat. You on the white horse. You see what I'm saying? You got the reef on your staff. You're different. That's what's being seen. Different in the best way. Different in the divine way. Different in a protected way. Okay? That not only are you being shown and getting public recognition, but you also self-confidence. Yeah, you're being shown for being confident, man. You know, when you can go through things and get, judgment. When you can go through things, see, an energy like you is kind of like an energy like mine. So what that means is whenever you're doing what you're supposed to do, there's energies in the background that's sending you shit, right? But you're not feeling it. You don't feel it or you don't show it. But that doesn't mean whoever was sending that shit not about to get judgment. So you are this energy that God puts out in the forefront, okay? And people may, so I'm picking up, people may feel like they're getting annoyed. The only reason is because they getting judged. Yes. You're put in this public recognized space. You're put in this high position to pull people in, basically like bait, to call judgment. Okay? Because you already are. You are what I'm picking up is you're already built up. You're built up, man. You're like this spiritual being who was like this very, you're like, I'm really picking up like, you ever see the people with the skulls and the skeletons? You come from that family. You come from you come from like that dead. You come from the dead, literally, bro. You was like, bro, this is crazy. Like the ancestors like built you from the dead. And your soul is operating through that. Your soul is operating through a built up skeleton. Bro, this is crazy. And what's so crazy is you got that fucking skeleton tattoo on your hand, cuz. That's what's actually crazy. And I'm seeing this shit right now. Like they built you. You feel me? Then your soul was shot into the vessel. But your vessel already has certain codes and ancestors that literally built that shit. You feel me? Like in a perfect way, but from like the skeletons. Like, bro, like that's why you got that skeleton tattoo. Like, because you come from that lineage. You ever see when Halloween and they be having that don't mean they bad. You come from like that. You come from that, cuz. Like, you come from that, like, how do I explain this, bro? Like, you come from that. Like, it's different sects in the spiritual realm. You come from like the graveyard sect. But you're a divine, like you have a light though. Bruh, this may sound crazy, but you need to you actually need to see about this, cuz. Because you need to be tapped into these things. All right. But your soul is so vibrant though. That's what I'm saying. It's like two sides. You got this side of you that came from like literally the graveyard. Like you was built up like a like think of the dead. Think of the dead. You ever see like the Halloween movie where they come out the ground? Ah, okay. Well, what is the dead coming up out the ground for? Ooh, it's getting kind of deep. What is the dead coming up out the ground for? Why is the dead coming out the ground and attacking people? All right? They don't tell you the full story why this shit be going on. You come from that lineage of like ancient, like ancestors that passed. What they did, but you come from like that graveyard sect, bro. You come from like them skulls and bones. Why you think they have a secret society group called Skull and Bones? It's a fraternity in Harvard or something, and all the famous presidents was in it. Okay, you come from that specific group, all right, and you're royalty because you come from that. They made that shit from your lineage. You see what I'm saying? You're royalty. And so that's why your vessel is built up like that. And then your soul is so vibrant. It's because you're royalty out of that lineage. And they got you here to represent. That's why you move how you move. And I move how I move. Because we all move from where we from. See what I'm saying? And that's the truth. Okay? Let's see what else we got going on for my brother DT. That was deep, man. Yeah, but like I was telling you, your soul is the sun. Your soul is from Kemet, from the golden Neteru. Okay, that's what I'm saying. You coming from our new? Oh, that's what it is, nigga. You coming from our Anubis. You coming from Anubis. You could be Anubis, but I'm not picking. You could be from that sect, but what I'm really picking up is the energy of Khonsu, the Night Walker. Khonsu is the night wanderer, okay? Khonsu. He's under Osiris. He works with the dark side of Kemet. Okay? Khonsu. Yeah, he cool. Khonsu got this fucking white. He got this white. Like, that's why it's only a couple people in Kemet that look like this. It's Khonsu and Osiris and one other deity. But he got this all white. He got this all white sheet on. He green. And he got his thing like that. You feel me? That's Khonsu. You feel me? That's what it is. That's what I was picking up on. You coming from the sect of Anubis in the dark side, and you have but you're from the golden Neteru, man. You see what I'm saying? We all work. You feel me? With the sun. We all is the sun. You feel me? Even if it's not the sun. You see what I'm saying? You all. That's what we got going on. So that's very powerful, man. All right, we got the Magician in the reverse. Family, some familiar. You have some manipulation in the background. All right. And hey, what did you text me? What did you text me and say you wanted your reading to be on about, like how you're going? All right, yeah. Your family who was manipulating you, they didn't plan shit right. They're in regret, man. This is a message for a lot of people though as well. That's what I'm picking up on. But for your specific message as well, this is what's going on. They was manipulating you, man. If you ever thought like you was manipulated or shit was like people were trying to hold you back with untapped talents right here, lack of confidence, people trying to hit on your confidence, if you were dealing with narcissists, this was from family energies, from people that you may have had happy memories with, all right? People that was around you in childhood when you were innocent and joy. These energies are in regret, man, for doing this manipulation, for even trying to hold you back if they did, okay? That's what Spirit wants you to know. They're in regret because they know you're going to reach this 10 of Pentacles regardless. Because now you're starting to really know who you are and where you come from, and that you are also as well royalty, okay? Darkness has royalty, but darkness is not dark. Light has royalty, okay? Light isn't always light, all right? And that's the truth from the Queen of Swords. What else we got from my brother DT? Let's see what Spirit. I was going to ask, what's the forecast like for your life, my brother? And basically, all I'm seeing is celebration and joy. You will be having celebration and joy because, yeah, exactly. It's crazy how this came out. Because this came out sideways like that or like this. You will be having celebration and joy because you're going to pick up on a meditation. You're going to pick up on an idea or something. You need to tap in. All right, something's for you, like for real, bro. In this time, we really need to slow down and tap in because it's a lot of things that's for us, man. That we forgot, that we need to realize, that our brain needs to conceptualize. Because a lot of us, we go from one thing to the other, all right? And we need to have that time to take a break for us, for our energy to communicate with us, for God to communicate to us. You see what I'm saying? That was being called because you're going to have realization and something will come to you, all right? Okay, we got the we being called to release worry. All right. Any inner turmoil. You came out kind of in the reverse though. Yeah, so like you're coming out of an anxious. I feel like we are coming out of an anxious period, but you as well are coming out of this anxious period where it was like you felt maybe stuck. Or you was kind of like thinking too much. You was having some inner turmoil. You're coming out of that period. The best way to come out of this period, just start living in your truth and start just telling the truth. Just start being real. You feel me? Like, even if it's uncomfortable, lean into the uncomfortableness. You feel me? Like, lean into that shit. Yeah, because this is what's on one side and this is what's on the other. It got to a place where it's not really no in the middle. You see what I'm saying? You see how this, like, this thing, you see how this leads into there, all right? And this can go back into there. It's like you don't want to mix these two. You don't want these two to be compatible. This is your family. This is your life. This is the devil, okay? You don't want these things to be anywhere near each other. You see what I'm saying? You want to keep this energy outside of the home, all right? Oh, and that's a message, bro. That's a message. Okay, let's see what's forecasted for the rest of my brother's reading. Let's see what's going on. What's this talking about? What's this talking about? What's this talking about? Hard work, productivity, conflict, disagreements, heartbreak. Okay, yeah. So So for your next manifestation to come in, for your next period of your life, you're going to be doing hard work. You're being called to put in hard work. There's going to be some conflict, some disagreement. Keep going with your hard work. Keep focusing on your work. That's what I'm saying. If you have a vision, if we have a vision, or if we know where we want to go, if we know where we want to be, we're gonna keep focusing on that. And it's gonna get you there. Manifestation is instant, instant, instant. Um, I'm actually going to encourage to do some manifestation experiments to show you how manifestation really works. You feel me? Manifest, 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 meaning that you have to get clear on what you want. For real. I wanted a car. Try it with material things. I got that car I wanted. I started saying I had it. I started saying it was mine already and this and that. I started feeling the vibe of it and everything, and I got it. You see what I'm saying? So try it like that. But what's coming up for this next chapter? Your hard work, right? It's gonna be met with conflict and heartbreak. All right. You're gonna have some heartbreak right here, some grief. But this is not nothing major. What I'm picking up is this is just from your hard work. Like lately, I ain't gonna lie, like I felt this heartbreak. You feel me? Sometimes I just wanted to just cry. I just had the energy. I just wanted to cry. You know what I'm saying? But it was like at the most, the most randomest times. You feel me? That would let me know my body was trying to tell me something. You feel me? Something not going right. Something's not going right. You feel me? Because why else would you cry? Why else would you cry? Something not going right. And had to heal. That's what it was. After this, after you overcome this, you're going to receive another manifestation of yours. You already picked up one of your manifestations. After you overcome this, after you're able to become emotionally stable, you're able to recognize why this even showed up. All right. And overcome you got to understand, bro, emotions teach us a lot. And when we're able to take the lesson, this is what's happening. All right, this is what's gonna happen, and it will not be easy. All right. Let's see what else we got going on to close this out. Then we're gonna get some ancestor messages. Yeah, it's your fate. This part of your fate, my brother. This is part of your fate to move like this and to have to go through this, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it's part of our fate, bro. It's we gotta face, like on God. Part of our fate is to face our emotions, man. And heartbreak is one of them. Backstabbing is another one. All right, dealing with this conflict, that's one of them. But it's part of your fate, though. Okay. Good luck. You have good luck. This is part of your life cycle. You're about to complete a big part of your life cycle. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what we want to do. We're gonna let two more cards. Okay, Spirit. Overall, let's close out DT's message with an overall message out of this deck. Then we're gonna let him get his ancestor message. He love the ancestor message. Let's see what that's about. Okay. Exhausted, giving up, destroyed confidence, overwhelmed, overly protective. God is saying, try one more time. That's not what God's saying right here. Don't give up. Do not give up, bro. Don't. You feel me? That's you. If you ever think about giving up, do not give up, man. But don't keep doing something over and over again, trying to force it. Let that bitch go. Don't give up, but don't do something over and over again trying to force it. Let it go. All right, count your losses, move on. That's probably could be what that conflict was trying to tell you about. There's something going on in your life that you keep trying to make work. You keep trying to make this work. Let this shit go, bro. Cut your losses, man. Or cut your win. Because when you cut your losses, you create a win, bro. All right. Now let's see what the ancestors got to say. Ancestors, tap in. You already know what time it is. Tap in for my boy DT. All right, big joker. First card to come out. You a big joker, man. You a big deal. Like I said, you royalty. You have royalty in our own sect, in a whole spiritual faction. You are over that bitch. You feel me? That's what I'm telling you. So whatever you say, that's you. You feel me? Stand on these things. Don't let nobody else and nobody else's opinions move what you got going on, because it's the reason you feeling that way. You coming from a different sect. You coming from a different place. Okay, but it's all for the big picture. So what I think about it, and if my views going opposite of your shit, it don't matter, because you supposed to see what I gotta say, but I'm supposed to see what you gotta say. See what I'm saying? All right. Happy. Yeah, happy. This is happiness. Your ancestors are happy, man. My ancestors happy. All right. Love creating. God said, take a break. Take a break from trying to create so much, especially if you're feeling burnt out. Just take what resonate. Take what resonate. Especially if you're feeling like, you've been doing a lot. God said it's okay to take a rest, because we know you love to create, but love creating is in the reverse. So if you're doing it in a forceful way, take a rest. That's what I had to learn. If I'm doing this shit on God, if I was doing that shit like just because I feel like, oh, I gotta do this, no, I can't. That's not how you're supposed to do it. You need to do it because I want to do this. I'm inspired to do this. I'm called to do this. That's why you do it. You don't do it just because I feel like I got to. I'm so used. No, You got to be called to do these things or pulled. All right, and that's what God is saying. So it's okay for you to take a break from one of these creative endeavors. Okay. And that's the truth from Haru. All right. You're in your higher self. Crash out. Money magic. All right. What about this crash out money magic? Yeah, you gotta crash out your energy of karmic masculine, karmic father, man. It's karmic masculine, karmic father, bro. I hate picking up on these weird ass energies, bro. They don't know what to do with themselves. These people, bro. Some of these people, they don't be knowing what to do with themselves, bro. So that's just your ancestors put that in there. What about this karmic masculine, karmic father? Ancestors are with you. East, you will be rich. Yeah, this dude want to crash out because you have a windfall of abundance coming in, dude. Like I told you, once you overcome that little emotional test, you just let shit happen how it happened. All right. You know me, I fought that shit. Like, man, nah, y'all tripping. Y'all not about to have me on it. Like, on God, you feel me? But that could have been the only time I could have released it. All right. So you got this windfall of abundance, and this current masculine, he about to crash out because his money magic was in reverse, dude. It say crash out, money magic in reverse, and karmic masculine, karmic father. Windfall of abundance to you. Ancestors are with you. You will be, and you are rich. That's what I'm saying. Somebody from the east, or you may need to move east. All right. You gotta understand that this dude mad. This man mad because you gonna receive this money, and this money magic didn't work. Okay. Thank you, ancestors, for great, clear, and concise put it down message. You feel me? Okay. So whatever creative endeavor that I told you to take a break on, whatever creative endeavor I told you to take a break on, you could have been trying to be creative with making money. God is saying, okay, I want you to be creative in something that you love. All right. So now is the time to be creative is to be creative in something you love. Something I love is music, and that's why it says music busting, because that's something I like to do, creative. But what I'm picking up from this card is, if you don't make music, whatever, do something that you love to do, all right, and do that, because that's what your ancestors connect to you through that, and the truth is here. Yeah, did you see how that just came? Your ancestors connect with you through. I know my ancestors connect to me through music, especially like if I'm like really like up there, like not up there, but like trying. I know they be coming through. Like I can feel them sometimes. But whatever this is for you that you love doing, that you love creating, it could actually even be speaking. All right, whatever you do free, This your ancestors want you to do this because they it's something that helps you, and also they connect to you through that. That's what the truth is. That's why the truth is here, because they telling you we connect to you when you do these creative things. When you are creating from your true self, we are now connecting with you. And they not playing. All right. Okay. The present is real, young man. Wow. The present is real. This young man is psychic. Boy, see, that's what's so crazy, but this shit is, bro, I know y'all can feel the difference between this and these. Like, I know y'all can feel the difference. Just look at it, too. It's a whole different energy, bro. That's the difference between the ancestors. Well, it was just set up better than that. Like, I low-key just messed it up. Maybe y'all ain't supposed to see that. You feel me? They heard of it and ran. Y'all seen it? They heard of it and ran and scattered some shit. But that's what I'm saying. It's a whole different vibe when you get that ancestor message, man. All right, let's see what else the ancestors want to say, because I like how they talking right now, man. Prince, you a prince, man. You a prince of swords. Yeah, you a prince of swords, but not even that. Like, what's on the other side of a prince of swords? It's the knight of flowers. Okay, it's the prince of love. What's on the other side of prince of swords? The prince of peace. All right. Or somebody could be receiving bad news. A karmic couple in the reverse. Yeah, this karmic couple in the reverse is going to be receiving bad news because they tried a Hierophant. They're not making good decisions, man. This karmic couple is not making good decisions. All right? I was told to look at you when I said that. These karmic couple is not making good decisions. All right? Let's see what else we got going on. What's going to be the result of this? You are too strong. You are too strong. That's the result. You are too strong for this dark feminine. Confirmation. Feds on the way. Put in the work. They can't move towards you, man. This is not a good relationship. You having soulmate connection coming in. These demons not your soulmate. They can't move towards you. You're too strong. The feds on the air. They want to fight, though. They don't have beautiful love for you, bro. All right? Try again. Wealthy feminine is in your energy. It's going to be hard because she's stuck, but she's changing her mind. All right. Yeah, it's time to rest. That karma group being put to rest. If there was any karma group on your tail, watching you on your social media, following you, harassing you, any karma group, they getting put to rest. Yeah, because you're in your higher self, and that's the truth. They was being led by the devil. They wasn't trusting their intuition. You being led by your higher self, man. This karmic mother's in the reverse. Yeah, sad, bro. You won. Abundance. We got that dub, man. Whew. Man, so I hope, bro, on God, that was a great message, man. What I'm going to do for that, what I'm going to do for you, I'm going to save this, and I'm going to post. If you want your message, because this was a long message, I'll post the whole collective reading with your message on YouTube, all right, if you want it. Yeah, man, like, this shit crazy. Like, what's so crazy is I actually got some messages for myself from that, for real. Like, how I'm seeing it, like, and how it really be getting, like, bro, this shit crazy. Yeah, fam. Yeah, this was different. I'm not gonna lie to you, this was different, but we got some truth, cuz. We got some real truth. You feel me? This was the craziest one. Like, we got some fucking... That was so crazy, but we tapped into everything, nigga. We tapped into where your fucking lineage from. We tapped into from where you repping from and all that, cuz. Like, you're very powerful. You're very adorned. That's what I was just feeling like. You very adorned, man. So I don't care who telling you this or that or who around you, bro. You got people that love you, man. You got people that is so proud of, like, how you move through this life. You know, I don't know what you did when you growing up and shit like that. If you got some shit that you did back then or this or that in high school or whatever, don't worry about that. Just don't, forgive yourself. You feel me? But what I'm picking up, though, is you is adorned, man. You is very adorned because you represent a lot of people. You represent a lot of different energies that was suppressed, that didn't be able to express themselves like that, didn't be able to move like that. And you do it. You the one that do it. So keep in mind though that you do got these crash outs in your fucking energy. Like, it's so crazy, but when you said you got to be there for your siblings, bro, I was being kind of selfish, and I was like, man, we got to move. Like, we got to do this shit. But, like, since then, I'm seeing, like, dealing with these folks, bro, like, some of these people that have kids and shit, if it wasn't a kid, or if it wasn't a person, a soul, an entity like you around, these people would feel like they could just send whatever type energy to these little children. They just feel like they could just send whatever type hate, whatever type. But what I'm saying, bro, and this, like, you see I don't have no cards right now. What I'm saying is that, like, from you being there, from the time that you been where you at, like, you didn't help your little brother and your little brothers. You didn't help whoever, your siblings, whoever over there. You didn't help them grow, bro. You helped them grow. You helped them grow. You gave them the space for life to grow. All right? So, I'm saying, man, don't ever look down on yourself. We do a lot, bro. We do a lot that ain't even seen, that sometimes maybe we don't even notice. Sometimes other people can't even put into words, but I can put into words and let you know, like, bro, that's real. Like, that's real. Whenever you can have a space for life to be able to grow and heal, and you have that space available, don't discount that, man. I remember I was at the gas station the other day, and I'm feeling good. You feel me? I'm feeling good. I put my hand on the chair. I take a deep breath. I'm leaning back. I'm waiting on my plug to pull up. And I'm just noticing, like, I'm feeling good. And then instantly somebody pull up. But instead of, like, me changing how I was, I just stayed how I was. It was a female. And she got out, pulled down her pants. I said, God damn, this what happened? I said, this what happened when you feel good? This what happened when you just let yourself relax? Oh, God, man. That bitch got out of her car, pulled down her pants, and squat down and started pissing right there. Right next to me. Right next. I'm looking at it like, I'm like, yo. But like, what the download I had got from that is, like, I had created a safe space for her. She probably didn't know I was there, but her energy knew I was there. I created a space that was safe for her to do her business. Cause it's not, I wasn't no weirdo about it. I didn't go try to look at her while she using the restroom. No, I stayed in the exact same position I told you. I'm looking at her. I can see her head while she pissing. I'm not going over there to look and seeing shit. No, yeah, what I'm telling you, I created a space safe enough for her to feel safe to come right there and do her business in public on some weird shit. But, like, that was kind of off example. But, like, what I'm saying is sometimes your energy is enough to just help people heal, to help people live, to help people grow. All right, and that's the download I got for you. You helping those kids grow, because there's a counterbalancing energy of positivity. So even the times you don't feel positive, bro, understand that don't nobody feel positive. Understand that it all changes when you change, when you decide to do something about it, man. And I catch myself to this day still. I'm getting way better, bro. Pat myself up. I'm getting way better about it. Is like not going into no rut. You feel me? Not going into no rut. Scrolling, like, not trying not to be in no rut, man, because I didn't heal so much to where I can move. I can move like I was before I busted my knee open. You see what I'm saying? Now I can move how I used to. So why would I waste that laying down all the time? Like, I even told God, man, God, let me be able to heal myself. I told God, like, I remember pleading to God. And this was before I had to come to the realization I had to heal myself. But I remember saying, like, if I'm able to heal myself and get back to how I know, like, you feel me? If I'm able to do that, I'm I'm gonna do everything I'm supposed. I'm not gonna be insecure. I'm gonna do everything I'm supposed to. I'm gonna put my all in it. You feel me? If I could just do that, and God delivered. So it's about time for me to deliver. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock. You see what I'm saying? So it's time for me to deliver. God delivered, man. You feel me? And the crazy thing is, it wasn't God. It was me. But God delivered. That's what's so crazy, bro. I was thanking God the other day. God said, don't thank me. Thank yourself. And I had to really because I had thought about it. And God said, bro, you literally just did all that. You were the one who did it. Like, you can understand the difference from the time where you just like, something happened. You was like, man, that was kind of crazy. But you also know the feeling of like, hold on, I got to do this. I got to get this done. I got to fix this. And you fix it. And you just like, wow. But you did it. See what I'm saying? That was you. So be grateful for yourself, man. Give some respect to yourself as well. But also had that real right there in your life. All right. Man, that was a great message, detail. Yeah, I'm gonna post this on YouTube, okay, and you can just skip to probably halfway through it, and that's gonna be where you're reading it. But yeah, man, hey, look, keep in touch. Remember what I told you, bro. If you want to talk to me about anything, ask me anything, tell me anything, you got it. Bro, you can always ask. You feel me? I know we ain't talk that much, but I'm letting you know, I don't got no friends, bro. I ain't got no friends. I got young nigga, you feel me? I got this or that, but I ain't got no friends. My friends is literally gods and shit like that. So, you feel me? I realized that. I said, look, you feel me? God did it through you. Yeah, Bishop KC, I feel that, but I feel like it was me, man. That's why you got to understand who you are. All right? I know I love God. I got a relationship with God, but also I know who I am. Feel me? And I'm a godly power, just me. Okay? So it's like God told me to give myself credit, and that's what I'm gonna do. Cause that's the God you talking about. He told me, say, no, you did that. All right. So you feel me? That is what it is. So we did it together. See what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You feel me? The reason I say that like that, Bishop, is because it's gonna be some shit that gonna have to happen where you gonna have to move. You gonna have to move. You gonna have to make the move. You feel me? And you gotta understand, what can you do? Who are you? Cause God ain't, they say God ain't gonna be there. God gonna always be there, but if you not there for yourself, what just make you think something else about to show up for you? Alright? So be there for yourself, man. For real. But have that real, but don't ever compromise that real. That's what God is. I try to tell y'all this shit all the time, bro. That's why some people not really connected. Cause they ain't got that real in them. See what I'm saying? That's what God is. God a real nigga. Y'all don't know that. God is a real nigga. God is the OG. The original gangster. You feel me? The one. Head honcho. That's God. So when I say, you could just look at a nigga. Do he really got God in him? That means, is he really real? Or is he gonna fold? Damn. God not playing. You feel me? God not playing. Yeah, I don't look. God, calm down. Hey, look. God, calm down. You feel me? Calm down, God. Yeah, God not. Bro, God don't play. And God through me. God through whoever that real, boy. That's all it is. Whoever real, whoever true. That's all it is. I know when I wasn't moving true, I could feel it. Nah, don't bring this little survey thing up now. Don't bring this little survey thing up now. I know when I wasn't moving true, I could feel it. I know I'm moving true now though. So that's really that's all it is, bro. You know, y'all heard it here for. Y'all heard it here first. Alright, but yeah, 4, box yourself in, create something. Box yourself into your passion. Alright, that's the message of the night. Much love.